I fuck about a million, I keep it a trend, resilient, they energy off. My image is God reaching deep in the pot, I got features of people like lost. Yeah, R.I.P. on me, TT. The melanin on me, my cheekbone is native, the soil is my where I walk. Some beavers on me, my nigga, go figure, my inner make enemy scoff. Admit it, your energy off. My frequency killer, you soft. I show people love, they act like they above it, but switch when they see me, I'm lost. I tell the truth when I talk. Niggas wanna be me. I used to sleep in the car till my girl when it crashes in car. Now I got a crib down the street. Young niggas made it so far. I never lose what I'm on. For now I'm cool being me. But I need you to match what I'm on. How you wanna play games when I won? Ay, I play with cash for the fun. Women looking at me, she think I'm needing her on. I'm doing me for me, hun. I never needed no one. I never bleed around sharks. They're saying you are what you eat, but she wanted me to be lunch. God body from the turf, my hair in the breeze. Bitch, I'm Farrakhan, keep the peace. I look out for me.
Fuck about what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds. I don't talk too much, but these diamonds talking loud. And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they say. Yeah, I can't hear 'em from the clouds.
Diamond so vibe, always down to slide. I've been real from the jump start, it's just part of my design. I've been self-made, you know the bills paid, I finna spark to subscribe. You want a real one, well I'm the real thing, I'm running rampant through a mind. Ayy, yeah, I never lose what I'm on. I'm always cool with being me, they never match what I'm on. I play with cash for the fun. God body from the turf, my hair in the breeze. From Farrakhan, keep the peace, I look out for me.
Fuck about what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds. I don't talk too much, but these diamonds talking loud. And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they. Fuck about what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds.
I'm way up, nothing less than. And I'ma stay up.
Can't hear 'em from the clouds.
God, please save him for me. Protect his peace, no matter what he's enduring.
Can't hear 'em from the clouds. Y'all niggas funny.
Yeah. I fuck about a million, I keep it a trend, resilient, they energy off. My image is God reaching deep in the pot, I got features of people like lost. Yeah, R.I.P. on me, TT. The melanin on me, my cheekbone is native, the soil is my where I walk. Some beavers on me, my nigga, go figure, my inner make enemy scoff. Admit it, your energy off. My frequency killer, you soft. I show people love, they act like they above it, but switch when they see me, I'm lost. I tell the truth when I talk. Niggas wanna be me. I used to sleep in the car till my girl when it crashes in car. Now I got a crib down the street. Young niggas made it so far. I never lose what I'm on. For now I'm cool being me. But I need you to match what I'm on. How you wanna play games when I won? Ay, I play with cash for the fun. Women looking at me, she think I'm needing her on. I'm doing me for me, hun. I never needed no one. I never bleed around sharks. They're saying you are what you eat, but she wanted me to be lunch. God body from the turf, my hair in the breeze. Bitch, I'm Farrakhan, keep the peace, I look out for me.
Fuck about what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds. I don't talk too much, but the diamonds talking loud. And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they say. Yeah, I can't hear 'em from the clouds.
Diamond so vibe, always down to slide. I've been real from the jump start, it's just part of my design. I've been self-made, you know the bills paid, I finna spark to subscribe. You want a real one, well I'm the real thing, I'm running rampant through a mind. Ayy, yeah, I never lose what I'm on. I'm always cool being me, they never match what I'm on. I play with cash for the fun. God body from the turf, my hair in the breeze. From Farrakhan, keep the peace, I look out for me.
Fuck about what they say, I can't hear from the clouds. I don't talk too much, but these diamonds talking loud. And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they. Fuck about what they say, I can't hear from the clouds.
I'm way up, nothing less than. And I'ma stay up.
Can't hear from the clouds.
God, please save him for me.
Yo. What's happening, man? What's happening, man? I am your host, man, Kituko X Kihinde. And this is Exodus Podcast. on Exeter Gabon YouTube channel. Shout out to King Shuja. Hey, we on our way to 2,000 subscribers. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe. Comment, leave a comment, man. I don't care if it's bad or good. I really don't give a you know what. But I appreciate your opinion. I know how to handle y'all people. Being nice. So what's up, man? Y'all know what we're gonna do, man. Y'all know what we're gonna do, man. We about to get on. I'm gonna go through this real quick, man. We're finna talk about Haiti. Country of Haiti, man. That we finna talk about. Let's get on into it right quick. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Let's get this disclaimer out for these people. Be tripping. Let's go.
This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only.
The information, views, and opinions are not to be taken as professional advice, as we are not trying to be in nobody's courtroom about some.
Now that's not even what it says.
What's the difference?
Hatuko, you knew he was gonna do it. Why did you even let him on this?
You right. We ain't got time for that. Educational and entertainment purpose. Kiki. But anyway, Haiti, man. Let me get this video. But I'm gonna show a video at the end of this. I'm just gonna give y'all a quick little breakdown. Then I'm gonna show a video that's gonna really show y'all what's going on. So y'all what really going on. Hold up. Let me get this video up. That music too loud.
Guess I gotta hit him with an update. Okay. I've been getting to it when I'm up late.
All right, we finna talk about Haiti. Let me check the sound right quick. Mic check. And I might check a mother. Yeah, man, I think we good, man. Hold up. The music.
R.I.P. on me, TT. The melanin on me, my cheekbone is native. The soil is my where I walk.
Oh, it's too loud.
Go figure my make enemy scoff. Admitted your energy off. My frequency killer, you soft. I show people love that act like they above it, but switch when they see me, I'm lost. I tell the truth when I talk. Niggas wanna be me. I
go down a little bit. Hold up, man. Hold up. I turn that shit down. Yeah, that's it. Oh shit. Yeah. All right, here we go. Right, check. We back. Yeah. Now let's talk about Haiti, man. Let's talk about Haiti, a country with a population of 11.8 million people. Right now, it's 200 different heavily armed gangs running the country right now. And they have seized 90% of the capital Port-au-Prince. That's the capital city. Because it ain't no government official. Ain't no government official that'll stop them. Period. No government officials in Haiti. And Haiti ain't had an election since 2016, man. That been 8 years ago. Well, yeah. 8 years ago. Think about that shit. They going crazy over there. It been that they ain't even had no election, no nothing, but they got some more shit going on. Cause they ain't got no government stopping them, none of that shit though. So let me get this thing right. The most recent president, Juvenal Moise, who he had allegations of corruption. My slide late. The slide late. Let my slide catch up. Yeah, there you go. That juvenile Moisey. He had allegations of corruption, man, and he delayed the 2019 election that started a mass protest, man. They had a big ass protest over there. That like the shit what's going on right now. It was a mass protest over there, man. They done went protesting and shit because he delayed the election because he wanted the whole power, man. That's how they been doing that shit. They want the whole power. In July 2021, his house, Moisey, his house, he was assassinated. His house was raided by a goddamn unidentified group of gunmen who still is at large right now to this day. They ain't even found the people who had killed him. That was July 2021. Governmental investigation is real slow and it's suspicious. It's real suspicious because see the thing about it, because 2 days before the assassination, Moisey, he had appointed there you go right there. He appointed this dude Ariel Henry to be the country's next prime minister. It was 2 days before his assassination. Then 2 days later, he got us. The assassination occurred, and Henry became the goddamn acting prime minister after assassination, without being ratified by the Senate. Yeah, he made himself goddamn the spokesperson, and now he done been delaying the goddamn elections for 2.5 years. He done delayed elections and acting as the de facto leader of Haiti without ever being elected or approved by nobody. He doing this shit on his own. For real now. Y'all listen to me now. Turn this shit down. Without being elected or approved by nobody. He doing this shit on his own, man. And they said they got allegations, man. The people, man, and the police, the Haiti's chief goddamn prosecutor, he said that goddamn that they believe that the dude Henry had something to do with Moisey's assassination. Ain't that crazy? Now after all this shit going on, there go the prosecutor right there. That's Haiti's chief prosecutor right there. He the one said that Henry had something to do with the assassination. Allegedly. Now, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Remember that. YouTube, I ain't got time for y'all now. Trying to educate my people. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. After all this shit, man, a month after the assassination, on August the 14th, 2021, it was a 7.2 magnitude earthquake that hit Haiti's Tiburon Peninsula, killing 2,250, injuring 12,000 people. Man, it cost Haiti $1.7 billion US dollars. I'm saying in losses. I mean, they already in turmoil. Y'all gonna see why all this shit going on. But anyway, ever since the 2021, gang violence has skyrocketed, and it done been reported that 30,000 people done been killed in 2023 alone by itself. 2023, 30,000 people, man. They said that this is by far the most violent war going on in the world right now, and the worst in history. I ain't saying this. It's the word. The worst in history, man. 30,000 have been killed in 1 year. Man, that's crazy, man. But now, right now, I'm gonna tell y'all though, man. I blame Christopher Columbus, man, straight up. Allegedly, I blame him. But man, Christopher Columbus started all this shit, man. Cause when the Spain was coming through, man, when he started selling the ocean blue, y'all know that shit, though. I bet y'all know that. When he got there and sell the ocean blue, he was looking for Asia. And he didn't find Asia. What he found was a Caribbean island, man. South America. All that shit down there. And it was a tribe, man. It was them people that were called the what was that? Was Tiani, the Tiani people, man. The Tiani people. After Christopher Columbus came there, man, he brought the slaves and shit, man. He went to doing what he do, take over shit. He brought the slaves over there from Africa over there and everything. And ever since then, but see, French had the top part, had the other part of the country, man. They called Christopher Columbus, they called it Hispaniola. It used to be called Hispaniola. But Christopher Columbus, they brought slaves from Africa back over there too. So the same they were Haitians and shit. But the Spain ended up selling that shit to the French. So the French had the top part. Spain ended up selling that shit, buying. Did Spain buy the French? Oh, we finna see though. It's one of them. I think French ended up selling that shit to Spain. Oh, Spain, one of them bitches. Well, y'all finna see though. Y'all finna see. Y'all finna see. But Christopher Columbus started the whole thing. I'm gonna show y'all another video at the end. Matter of fact, I ain't even pulled it up yet. He came over there doing his thing, killing niggas and shit. And it was a big rebellion too, man. The slaves over there rebelled, man. They rebelled, and they was just the most. That's why that shit going on. They still rebelling, man.
They act like they ain't know. Guess I gotta hit them with an update. Okay. I've been getting to it when I'm up late.
Yeah, won't nobody help them. Won't nobody help them people, man. They wouldn't even help them people, just like they ain't helping them now, really. They just left them on their own because they had done, the slave had done goddamn rebel. They made a rebellion. They goddamn killed the goddamn slave on. They took over that shit. They took their shit back, really. They took that shit back. That really what happened. But now it seems like everybody just done left them on their own to fight for themselves. They don't want to supply. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to have no parts of it. It was like that. But United States, we ain't gonna talk about y'all. Yes, I am. Y'all got something to do with it too. It's in here. I got y'all up in here. I got y'all up in here too. Hold up for a second. Let me get to find this video. I knew it was something I was forgetting. I got y'all though. I'm gonna find this video right now. Now this video what I'm looking up, it called How the World Destroyed Haiti. It gonna explain it all by a casual scholar on YouTube. I'm gonna put the link in the description, man. I don't know, this video about 30 minutes, I think. But yeah, I got to show y'all because it break down everything. It break down everything. Got to show you. Hold up. Look what the title is. How the world destroyed Haiti. There you go. Yeah, right here. Hold on, I'm finished, y'all. I know I got 1,000 people in here right now. I know y'all glad y'all still watching this. I got 1,000 people here. What's up? What's up, my boy Chris? My boy, my girl Tammy, Sheila, Mika, Kathy, Tyler. What's up, everybody, man? Glad y'all can join us, man. Glad y'all can join us today. Got 1,000 people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment. We jumping. We got this thing jumping, man. I see all y'all. Mark, I see you, Mark. What up, Mark? Steve, been a long time, my boy. Hit me up. All y'all, man. All y'all, my people. You know what I'm saying? All these people in here, man. I knew we were going to have a big crowd today. That's why I went live. We sure got a big crowd today, everybody. And now I cannot goddamn get this goddamn video. Here we go. Hold up now. Got to move this. Get this back over here. Oh, there it go right there. Man, I'm going crazy here, man. I think I'm too high. Let me move this off from up here. I got to share my screen now. Hold up. I get this tab. Live. But y'all see this video right here? My phone ain't even on no more. Hold up. Fuck that. Let's see this video working. Where is that? There we go. There we go. Hold on. I need to put it on. I need to change the mode now. Let me change the camera. Do it like that. Hold up. I'm not going to put this bitch on. Full screen shit. All right, here we go. Check this out. This gonna explain it all, man. Let me go and start this shit. How long this shit is? About 30 minutes, but check it out though.
On January 12th, 2010, the sun rose over Haiti, casting its warm light on a land steeped in both natural beauty and hardship. As the day progressed, farmers diligently tended their crops, lively markets bustled with activity, and the streets of the capital, Port-au-Prince, filled with students and workers on their way back home. But just as life seemed to carry on as usual, everything changed. At precisely 4:53 p.m., the earth convulsed with such ferocity that it rippled like waves in a turbulent sea. 80% of schools, 50% of hospitals, and 60% of the nation's economic infrastructure were turned to ruins, while vast neighborhoods were flattened entirely. All it took was a mere 30 seconds for this earthquake to become the deadliest catastrophe this century, killing upwards of 316,000 people and injuring an additional 300,000. Ultimately, 1.5 million people, or 15% of Haiti's entire population, became homeless. A country already grappling with poverty, low life expectancy, and limited infrastructure found itself facing a disaster beyond comprehension. Indeed, Haiti's GDP per capita was already 5 times lower than the Latin American average, 6 times lower than its neighbor, the Dominican Republic, and it was officially the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. The earthquake left an insurmountable financial burden, with basic reconstruction costs surpassing Haiti's entire yearly economic output. International aid poured in, but efforts were often ineffective, uncoordinated, and manipulated to benefit the powerful few. Today, Haiti is currently teetering on the brink of becoming a completely failed state. With no elections since 2016, an unelected president in power, and 90% of the capital controlled by ruthless gangs, the nation has descended into anarchy. The economy has all but collapsed, and by some estimates, nearly 5 million people, or 40% of the population, face the threat of starvation, while murders, kidnappings, and daily extortions have become the norm.
And y'all imagine living in Haiti, man, going through all that shit. We're going to get a background on that.
The government has lost almost all capacity to control the nation and has started begging the international community to step in before it's too late. But it wasn't always like this.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Once upon a time, Haiti was the most profitable colony the world has ever known. It boasted an economy that dwarfed the newly created United States, was more valuable than the combined New World holdings of the Spanish Empire, and generated 50% of France's entire economic output. For a period of time, Haiti was the most valuable piece of land on Earth, but it came at an unimaginable human cost. Haiti's wealth was built on the foundation of a particularly violent and brutal form of slavery. Yet this fact laid the groundwork for the largest and only successful slave revolt in history. As the second free nation in the Americas, Haiti was teeming with hope and optimism about a future determined by and for its people. How then did it transform from unimaginably rich to devastatingly poor?
Break it down. Break it down, goddammit. Here we go. Check it out.
As we explore the challenges that have hindered Haiti's economic growth, it's important to remember that Haiti isn't alone in facing these economic struggles. In fact, many modern countries like Greece, Venezuela, and Argentina have all grappled with similar issues recently. On the personal level, it can be hard to avoid these macroeconomic shifts and keep our own wealth intact, regardless of what country we're in. Others are turning to alternative investments like real estate or commodities, which may offer great stability in times of economic turmoil. In fact, diversifying into alternatives resulted in one group of investors netting over $25 million last year. And now you can too, thanks to the sponsor of this video, Masterworks, who gives access to these same alternatives in the form of contemporary art. As an asset, contemporary art price
Check this out.
In 1492, after sailing along the northern coast of Cuba, Christopher Columbus set out once again to the east, guided by the tantalizing tales of gold, pearls, and spices shared by the native Cubans he encountered. After a shipwreck, and he waded through the crystal blue waters to shore, he discovered a breathtaking panorama of stunning natural beauty and unparalleled fertility. Yet this magnificent land soon became home to unimaginable violence, as the Spanish quickly waged a war of conquest, spreading new pathogens
and they spreading diseases and shit, and nasty mother. You know what? That's probably where all this shit come from. They come on Christopher Columbus, come on that bed, go to Haiti spreading diseases and shit, and then just go to killing people. Like, who the fuck? What make these people think they just run shit like that? Cause they around some niggas and shit on some real shit. They won't be doing none of that shit. None of that shit. They get all together. They think they bad, want to take over some shit. Nigga, I'm telling you. I can't stand that shit, man. I can't stand that shit. Want to be all bad and shit. Like taking over some shit. Then get around a nigga be like some goddamn bitch. Nigga gotta get all around their people. They won't try to do that shit now. Goddamn. Come to dealing with that shit.
They went. From an estimated 800,000 native inhabitants, the population dwindled to just 32,000.
Man, the population went from 800. I'm gonna take that back. 800,000 to just 32,000, man. That man came over there slaughtering people, man. Native people. Them the Taino. That was the Taino people, man. And now the Taino people mixed with goddamn everything. Huh? Haitian, Taino, Haitian, they're pretty much the same shit. They got everything in them, man. The Caribou people that was at the Caribbean island.
A mere 22 years later, while the survivors were enslaved. However, as quickly as the Spanish conquered the newly named island of Hispaniola, they lost their interest in it, deciding to allocate their
That's what happened. They sold it to the French.
Resources to the gold-rich regions of Mexico and Peru. By the mid-1600s, largely abandoned by the Spanish, French merchants and pirates quickly colonized the western third of the island, and by 1697, the Spanish handed over the portion to the French government. It didn't take long for them to realize Haiti's immense agricultural potential. Indeed,
there they go. There they go again, the French. Christopher Columbus handed that shit over to the French. And there go the French people. There they go again. Bonjour, bonsoir. Je prends tout le monde. Je prends tout. Je prends tout. No tien, no. Take everything.
Geographical fault lines that lay beneath the island created stunning mountains that send abundant rainwater down to vast open plains. Coupled with an almost idyllic climate, Haiti proved to be a paradise.
See some shit and claim some shit, though. I can't get over that shit. Man, who the fuck these motherfuckers? Why? They'll be glad all generations came up way out.
For growing high-demand cash crops. However, the work of growing cash crops was extremely dangerous and required brutal round-the-clock labor.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm gonna say this though, man. Our generation was goddamn here. Well, none of that shit would have happened, man. Come on here, want to take over shit. Like they run shit. You know y'all seen niggas. Everywhere y'all went, y'all seen niggas. Hear my language.
Which the colonists were not interested in doing themselves. As such, during France's colonial rule, 800,000 to 1 million African slaves were brought to Haiti.
800,000 to 1 million? From the Congo over here, over to Haiti. They done this shit, man. It documented. I ain't telling no lie. YouTube, this shit documented.
Right here. By 1789, there were over 500,000 slaves, who outnumbered the colonists 10 to 1. They worked on sprawling plantations for indigo, cotton, coffee, and most importantly, sugarcane. These
you see, they outnumbered the goddamn colony, the French people, 10 to 1. And they were there working, doing all the work and everything. They outnumbered them people. They outnumbered them. So that's how that revolt ended up coming. That's why that shit ended up happening. They just seen it was just too many of them. That's how we gotta be.
Industries, combined with state-of-the-art processing equipment, had become truly giant in scale. Haiti was now producing 60% of the world's coffee and was the largest producer of sugar, dwarfing the outputs of Jamaica, Brazil, and Cuba combined. Since these products were expensive at the time, Haiti became the most profitable colony ever known, and its lands constituted the most valuable in the world. Yet this success was a product of the most oppressive and brutal conditions for slaves in all of the Americas.
Go into the fold and turn website layouts into an art form with Wix Studio.
While there was a possibility of slaves obtaining their freedom by buying it themselves, the bar for doing so was set high to maximize productivity while diminishing the number of eligible individuals. However, this small number of freed slaves, as well as the children born from slave mothers and master fathers, became a class of secondary elites, obtaining education and their own slaves. But ultimately, fear, terror, and torture became the norm, while the brutal conditions resulted in 5 to 10% of all slaves dying every single year. Instead of improving conditions to the bare minimum, plantation owners found importing more slaves to be cheaper. This is why, despite over 150 years of slaves being brought to Haiti, 70% of all living slaves in 1789 were born in Africa.
Y'all heard that then, y'all. Born in Africa. Y'all heard that shit now. The same people over there now. What up, Tony? Oh, appreciate y'all coming, everybody. Oh, we got 1,000 people in here, man. That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Yet this specific fact would alter history forever.
Niggas love this information. See how many people in here? They love this shit. They love this shit. See, if I was showing a fight scene or some shooting or some shit going on, it wouldn't really be nobody in here. So since I'm showing some information and shit, we got thousands of people in here right now. Appreciate y'all coming, everybody. Still gonna give it to you.
By this point, almost all the newly imported slaves came from the war-torn Congo region, being sold off by competing factions. This meant a huge portion of them were former soldiers, who brought with them critical experience in military tactics. At the same time, the slaves from many diverse sections of Africa had created a vibrant culture, along with the development of the Creole language and voodoo religion. This almost universally shared culture crafted networks of communication, trust, and thus coordination. Along with slaves outnumbering their masters 10 to 1, the seeds for a looming rebellion had been sown. All that was needed was a catalyst. The catalyst came in the form of the French Revolution. With the French central government significantly weakened, freed slaves started demanding equal rights to their white counterparts. Yet this quickly escalated into a full-scale slave rebellion.
Slaves was able to buy their way out of freedom and shit, though. So they had some slaves that had some money. They bought their way out of freedom and shit. And they wanted to be in the law, part of the law and part of the voting and all that shit there too. They start seeing themselves like them equal and shit. They like, damn, they trying to, hey, fuck they trying to take their bitch over.
Rebellion. Despite France's desperate attempts, Haitians proved remarkably capable on the battlefield, and in combination with clever use of Haiti's harsh terrain and outbreaks of yellow fever that destroyed Napoleon's forces, they continued to fend off not only the French, but also the Spanish and British who tried to take advantage of the opportunity. After 13 years of brutal conflict against the most powerful colonial empires to ever exist, Haitians had won against all odds, in arguably one of the most impressive feats in human history, which to this day remains the only successful slave revolt ever.
That's the only successful slave revolt ever.
On January 1st, 1804, the creation of the free and independent nation of Haiti was announced to the world. Yet this independence came at an overwhelming cost. Perished, the economy's backbone, the plantations laid in ruins, while the major ports were decimated. However, the most significant price of independence was Haiti's newfound global isolation. France, having lost its most valuable colony, refused to acknowledge Haiti's sovereignty. Great Britain and the United States followed suit, fearing the successful slave revolt would incite similar uprisings in their own slave-based economies. Haiti's initial leaders understood they were perceived as a threat and faced the possibility of a reinvasion to reinstate slavery. Nevertheless, the responsibility fell upon them to shape what post-independent Haitian society would look like. While nearly all Haitians, from high-ranking military officials to laborers, agreed that their country should be founded on the principles of freedom, two major factions emerged with differing interpretations on what exactly freedom meant. The lower classes and former slaves, who constituted 97% of the population, called for control over their own labor, land redistribution, access to education, and the right to vote in a truly democratic system. In contrast, the freed slave elites and important military leaders emphasized freedom is independence from foreign powers, regardless of the cost. They reasoned that with the world actively hostile and plotting to re-enslave Haiti, a robust central government driven by a strong export-oriented economy was needed to maintain a powerful military capable of repelling future foreign intervention. This perspective was also influenced by their desire to preserve their privileged status in society. To achieve these goals, Haitian leaders believed that reinstating the plantation system was the only viable economic option. However, this idea faced staunch opposition from the lower classes and former slaves.
Hold up. And I don't know what the hell just happened. I don't know what just happened. Am I back? What the hell? What the hell just happened, man? They said my Apple ID being used on some other phone. On some other phone or something. This thing just said my ID been used on another phone. Oh, cause it's responded. Oh, it responded 2 times. Oh, I see what happened. My bad. Let go. Let's finish this video. Let's finish this video, man. Damn. I'm glad to know I can come back, though. Yeah.
Who would be responsible for working on these plantations. While a return to slavery was never contemplated, the elites introduced a new system of forced labor, closely resembling medieval serfdom. The former slaves were turned into peasants, bound to their respective plantations and unable to travel or relocate freely without authorization. Defying these rules carried the risk of severe punishment or even execution. To protect against foreign threats, a vast portion of the state's revenue was allocated to the military and the construction of extensive fortifications, being prioritized over investment in basic infrastructure or education. Meanwhile, democracy was deemed infeasible by the elites, who believed the general population was too uneducated and that it would threaten their power. Consequently, even when minor political freedoms were eventually granted, institutions were established to marginalize most Haitians, such as maintaining French as the sole official language for 183 years after independence, even though 95% of the population only spoke Creole. This meant that for much of Haiti's history, most
Appreciate it, broski. What's happening? What's happening?
of the population was unable to read or understand the laws that governed them. Control over such a rigid society was maintained by a single authoritarian head of state. Haiti's first leader, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, centered the new government around military structures, declared himself emperor with absolute power, and awarded land to important military officials loyal to him. In essence, the nation had overthrown their foreign masters, only to be replaced by native ones. However, the population did not passively accept this fate.
Are you a STEM professional and are looking to apply for U.S. permanent residency? Then stay.
Large segments of the peasant population fled to the rural mountainous regions, where they became adept at evading the government and carving out a life on their own terms. They grew food for subsistence, cultivated small coffee plots for trade, and created a vibrant culture to regulate land ownership and build communities resistant to government intervention. This marked the emergence of a potent counter-plantation culture that proved impossible for the government to stop. Yet traditions, combined with a law in 1820, required landholdings to be divided equally between offspring when inherited. As the population of Haiti boomed, this meant plots of land became ever smaller, resulting in less output per person, as well as causing severe soil erosion as the smaller plots made crop rotation impossible. In effect, this guaranteed that each successive generation would be poorer than the last. And while the government found it increasingly difficult to tax and control the population, they found ways to stifle, contain, and exploit them. Instead of directly taxing the population, the government seized control of ports, imposing heavy taxes on imports and exports. By 1881, this constituted 98% of the state's revenue. Consequently, the government grew increasingly disconnected from the needs of the people. Corruption became the norm, and controlling taxes, and thus the state, became the sole means of acquiring wealth and power in Haitian society. This system led to persistent peasant uprisings, military coups, and widespread political instability as various factions vied for the only thing that mattered: control of the government. During Haiti's first century of independence, 70% of its leaders were overthrown, executed, or assassinated, while most of the remaining 30% either died in office or resigned to avoid a similar fate. All aspirations eventually succumbed to the immense pressure from all sides, choosing to suppress opposition, amend the constitution to secure their power, purposely reduce opportunities for the masses, and employ the military to enforce their authoritarian rule. Thus, they became the very tyrants they sought to overthrow. One striking example of the repercussions for Haitians under this system occurred during the rule of Jean-Pierre Boyer. To maintain his power, Boyer deliberately suppressed education, stating himself, quote, "To sow education is to sow revolution." However, this was far from his most consequential decision. As French warships started appearing off Haiti's coast in 1825, a representative from the French king presented Boyer with an ultimatum: pay the former plantation owners for their lost property and receive recognition from France, or face invasion. While it could be argued that Boyer was forced to agree, Haitians had proved time and time again that they could fend off against foreign threats. But without consulting the population, Boyer agreed to pay 150 million francs, which was eventually reduced to 90 million. However, to pay for this, Haiti was forced to take out predatory loans from French banks, ultimately paying a total of $30 billion in today's currency. This debt took 122 years to settle, and by 1914, nearly 80% of the government's budget went toward repayments, instead of basic development. After centuries of enslavement and fighting for independence, Haitians found themselves paying for their own bodies once again. Yet France's financial domination of Haiti didn't stop there. In 1888, the founding of Haiti's National Bank was not operated by the Haitian government nor any Haitians themselves. It was operated, owned, and controlled by a French bank.
The French always trying to take, so they. I'm about to hate them. You don't supposed to hate them, motherfucker, but I'm telling you, man. I'm about to hate the goddamn French people, man. They always trying to take over some shit. They some scary ass motherfuckers. Y'all finna get the fuck, man. Y'all finna get from everywhere y'all at. Just stay y'all ass at home. Get away from everywhere from the country before we come over there to the French and goddamn lay down the law over that motherfucker. All they do, want to take over shit. Now look at him. Then why would they do with the central banks over there though? Why did?
Ostensibly because it was easier to outsource its creation. Yet the bank exerted overwhelming influence, charging exorbitant interest rates and siphoning millions of dollars back to France. Some of this money was...
I'll be right back. Watch the video. Watch the video. I can't stop it.
Even used to finance the construction of the Eiffel Tower. And as the government's budget dwindled, foreign merchants, especially from Germany, were granted monopolies on Haitian trade, generating short-term revenue to finance the military and suppress revolts. But the government's reliance on a powerful military proved to be a double-edged sword. While it maintained leaders in power, it also removed those who threatened its influence, and oftentimes played kingmaker. Meanwhile, its decentralized structure often meant that regional armies maintained local loyalties, acting as a counterbalance to the central government's overreach. Along with the continued counter-plantation culture, Haitian society became defined by the stalemate between a corrupt authoritarian government controlled by urban elites and an impoverished yet capably defiant rural population. During Haiti's initial century of independence, the country grappled with extreme political instability, authoritarian governments that suppressed development and opportunities, foreign actors that burdened the nation with debt and monopolized its trade, and land laws that diminished soil fertility and perpetuated intergenerational poverty. This escalating cycle of impoverishment and violence provided the ideal pretext for the emerging regional power to assert its control over the fledgling nation.
Attention retirees, if you're willing to be at your computer from 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m.
On December 17, 1914, U.S. Marines disembarked from the USS Machias in Port-au-Prince's harbor. They walked into Haiti's National Bank, removed $15 million worth of gold belonging to the Haitian government.
Oh, I gotta take that back. Do y'all know this here? This smooth robbery. It was a smooth robbery by the United States of America. They robbed.
For the emerging regional power to assert its control over the fledgling nation.
Watch this shit.
On December 17th, 1914,
Listen.
U.S. Marines disembarked from the USS Machias dollars worth of gold belonging to the Haitian government.
Hold up, what the fuck? I gotta stop there. I don't know why the shit that they look. This video don't want to show that shit now. I'm finna stop this shit. We finna see this shit. We finna stop. I don't know what type of force is trying not to don't want y'all to know. United States robbed Haiti for some gold and shit. Walked right up in their bank and took their shit. Why did? Hold up. They don't want y'all to see this shit. Let me go back. Got that.
Removed $15 million worth of gold
Come on back.
for the emerging regional power to assert its control over the fledgling nation.
Y'all hear that shit?
On December 17, 1914,
Listen.
U.S. Marines disembarked from the USS Machias in Port-au-Prince's harbor. They walked into Haiti's National Bank, removed $15 million worth of gold belonging to the Haitian government, loaded it onto the warship, and sailed back to New York, essentially conducting a government-sponsored international bank heist. The U.S. justified its actions by claiming the gold might be needed to cover Haiti's extensive debts to U.S. banks.
A government-sponsored heist. They went to Haiti and robbed Haiti straight up. They said, F y'all. We taking it gold. They took that shit without nobody saying nothing. Put them bitches on the ship, went back to New York. They robbed them, man.
Even though Haiti had been making all payments as required. This event was part of a broader process of U.S. financial institutions coming to dominate Haiti's economy.
Like a motherfucker, like a motherfucker goddamn owe you some money. You go to their goddamn, you go to their house and goddamn take their money and bring it back to your house. You take their money and you try to say you took it because you want to help them on their debt and shit. That the money they owe you and shit. But you really just robbed them. You robbed them folks of gold. There's some big time gang banging going on.
Indeed, just 5 years prior, 2 U.S. banks had established complete control over Haiti's national bank when they purchased it from the French. And over the prior 4 decades, the U.S. had eclipsed France as Haiti's largest trading partner, now accounting for 70% of imports. As the U.S.'s power grew exponentially, its strategic and economic aims expanded well beyond its borders, specifically in the Caribbean. It had taken Cuba and Puerto Rico from Spain, bullied its way to the construction of the Panama Canal, and now businessmen had aspirations of economically dominating the island of Hispaniola. Beginning in the late 19th century, American corporations started obtaining lucrative government contracts in Haiti. Among these was the National Railroad Company, which was facing financial difficulties. U.S. investor James P. McDonald assumed control of the company with the responsibility of completing a railway line that traversed the length of Haiti, aiming to facilitate economic integration within the country. To ensure the success of the endeavor, McDonald was granted 12 miles of land on either side of the railway. He envisioned the establishment of vast banana plantations in the area and even secured exclusive rights to banana exports.
Brought slaves over there to do some more shit. That's all they do. They want to go to Africa and get slaves when they want to, man. Man, I'm just going, man, I wish y'all just do that shit now, man. Give me a reason to just go out goddamn busting y'all goddamn.
The Haitian government anticipated that this would create a thriving new industry. However, the potential success of the project came at a cost. Independent peasant farmers risked being turned into low-paid day laborers, and as homes were demolished to accommodate the expanding plantations without owners being compensated, local land prices soared, and the nation erupted into indignation at what they perceived as a return to subjugation by a foreign power. Regional leaders with political aspirations eagerly inspired revolts, and army after army marched onto the capital to remove those who allowed foreign influence. In just 7 years, 8 presidents were overthrown or assassinated. Simultaneously, the US carried out a plan to cause a financial crisis so that the Haitian government—
Man, I'm telling y'all, man, this shit be pissing me off, man. This shit be pissing me like, I'm talking about seriously pissing me TL. No bullshit, man. I'm talking about I be hot. I'm sitting here chilling and shit though. Man, I'm talking about this, just looking at this shit, listening to this shit, man. And thinking about all this shit be going on, man. This shit be pissing me the fuck off, man. I'm telling y'all, y'all nigga don't be feeling like me, man. I don't know what type of niggas y'all is, man. I don't know what type of niggas you niggas is, man. Y'all some lame ass niggas, some fucking coon ass niggas, man. Excuse me. And with that being said, let me just drop this goddamn. Let me just drop this. Let me go on and drop this disclaimer again right quick. YouTube act like they don't be seeing my disclaimer. Here go a disclaimer right here, YouTube. Check it out.
This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only.
The information, views, and opinions are not to be taken as professional advice, as we are not trying to be in nobody's courtroom about some.
Now that's not even what it says.
What's the difference?
Hituko, you knew he was gonna do it. Why did you even let him on this?
Thank you. Thank you. Now, just for y'all. Now, let's get back to the video. Fox 54, Southern Side, and we got a call from there in Georgia. Let's get back to the movie.
would have no other option than to surrender control of the entire financial system. Utilizing its ownership of Haiti's national bank, it stopped funding the Haitian government. Haiti now found itself in absolute political chaos, bankrupt, and with the start of World War I, under the pretext that Germans would use the island to establish a naval port, President Woodrow Wilson stated, "The time to act is now." On July 28, 1915, the USS Washington arrived in the harbor of Haiti's capital under the guise of restoring political stability, toppling the ruling elite, and instituting democracy. 330 US Marines invaded Haiti, encountering no resistance. In reality,
no resistance.
The US sought to stabilize the country, remove barriers to US corporate investment, and establish a valuable economic satellite state. US forces quickly took control of all financial institutions, imposed racial segregation, forced labor, and placed a puppet president in charge. The press was censored. Legislative members opposing US interests were deposed. Martial
law. They're going to put a puppet president over there. Imagine our president. I don't care what y'all say. I can pull up a video. Y'all don't try. I don't care. The president said he was a Zionist. I had it on the video they took down. The president said that. I didn't say that, allegedly. He said it. Trust me. Y'all know what a Zionist is? Look it up. I had it on the video too. But we ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna talk about it. You can't talk about the word that rhyme with pew. Can't talk about Palestine or none of that shit.
Law was enacted, and the entire military was replaced by a new one under U.S. control. New tax systems drained the population of resources, while markets, trade, and—
Man, you can't even talk about the war going on in the Middle East, man. I did so much research on that video. They took that shit down, man. You tell the truth, they silence you. That shit going on, man. So I'm gonna tell y'all that y'all see what's going on with Donald Trump. If y'all don't like Donald Trump, that's just on y'all stupid asses. Y'all the goddamn Donald Trump, the best thing smoking for the United States of America. Ought to change the title of their goddamn live. Now y'all niggas be some stupid ass niggas. Y'all some stupid ass niggas. Y'all think Donald Trump ain't the best thing smoking. Show me somebody that's the best thing smoking. Better than him. Y'all niggas, if any nigga that say that man racist or whatever though, that let me know y'all are stupid and one stupid ass nigga, man. Just like that. Y'all retarded, but y'all don't do no research or nothing. All the money that man done gave y'all lame man. Y'all took that money, didn't you? Y'all took that money. Y'all say Donald Trump racist, that means show me how the stupidity, y'all, the ignorance in y'all niggas. Y'all, that nigga go, if he run for president, they trying to stop him. He run, y'all better vote for him, man. If your vote don't even count, vote anyway. Y'all need to show up for that man telling y'all the real shit what's going on in America. I don't give a fuck what color he is. We showing y'all real shit. That man transparent. Y'all better get behind his motherfucking back. Y'all some stupid nigga, man. That's why y'all gonna always be the way y'all at right now. Listen to like Donald Trump. Y'all wouldn't listen to him either. They trying to put that man. They don't even want him to be in the goddamn in the election. They treat Donald Trump just like they treat y'all niggas. Man, let's get back to hating, man. Cause y'all, this shit pissing me the fuck off. This shit pissing me the fuck off talking about this shit.
Economic activity were centralized to just a few major cities. For the next 20 years, the US controlled Haiti, and as many as 15,000 Haitians were killed in rebellions. While the US brought temporary political stability and built infrastructure, schools, and hospitals, the occupation forever altered Haitian society for the worse. Most consequential, the occupation shattered the political stalemate that had existed for a century. The new centralized Haitian military crushed internal opposition with ruthless efficiency, and the restructuring of political and economic structures provided significantly more power to those in charge. As US forces eventually departed, they had effectively supercharged the central government without instituting checks and balances or any real democracy for the majority of the population. As such, the government, long counterbalanced by the rural population, was now firmly in control of the nation and could do with it as those in charge pleased. After the
United States control they banks over there, man. They always trying to. United States.
EVE Online is a vast unit.
The United States withdrew from Haiti in 1934. Haitian military leaders swiftly seized absolute power, transforming the nation into a police state characterized by widespread corruption and repression. The military became the sole political entity, and with its newfound authority, it cracked down harder than ever on any opposition. While the US built infrastructure and schools were not maintained and left to rot. The economic situation, especially for the vast rural population, declined rapidly. Decades of flawed agricultural practices had already taken a toll on farmlands, while more efficient tax enforcement drained the population of what little profits they made. At the same time, the government began expropriating family fields and razing entire villages for ill-advised economic projects, further damaging food production. As a result, food prices soared. In the agricultural sector, the backbone of the Haitian economy, representing 80% of GDP, fell to its lowest output levels in over a century. But the situation took a dire turn when the dictator, Francois Duvalier, known as Papa Doc, came to power in 1957. Duvalier's rule was the most brutal and repressive in modern Haitian history. He controlled every aspect of society, from religion, family structures, businesses, and the media, through a mix of state-sanctioned violence, intimidation, propaganda, and a powerful cult of personality.
Papa Doc ruled with an iron fist. I heard that.
He purged the military of potential opposition, created a paramilitary force called the Tonton Macoutes to protect him and carry out political violence, and drove away the non-military elite class, leading to a mass exodus of skilled and educated workers. By the 1960s, over 80% of the nation's professionals were now living overseas. Meanwhile, Duvalier cleverly manipulated Cold War geopolitics to his advantage, especially in the wake of the Cuban Revolution. By suppressing leftist organizations and vocally opposing communism, he attracted mountains of aid from the US, UN, and World Health Organization. By 1961, half of Haiti's government budget came from direct financial aid, which Duvalier used to support his security apparatus and line his pockets. At the time of his death, his personal wealth, valued at $150 million, accounted for a staggering 41.3% of Haiti's entire GDP. His son, Jean-Claude Duvalier, who took over after his father's death, continued the same brutal repressions until he was overthrown in 1986. Leaving behind drained treasuries, mounting debts, a significant loss of high-skilled workers, and ultimately, the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere.
It's always the president be rich as a motherfucker though, but the goddamn people be poor. Every time, man, y'all don't wake y'all, man, run up in that man's shit. That shit, man.
Characterized by violence and terrible living conditions. Over 29 years, the Duvalier dynasty had eroded Haiti into a shell of a nation. In the aftermath, there was a genuine push for participatory democracy aimed at breaking the vicious cycle of suffering that had persisted for 150 years. However, history repeated itself as the military, in collaboration with business elites, orchestrated repeated coups, while successive leaders became embroiled in corruption scandals. International governments continued to pour in vast quantities of aid into the country, but now, wary after 3 decades, through non-government organizations instead. Not only were these NGO missions frequently unsuccessful and inefficient, sometimes even competing against one another, but this approach also led to a gradually weakening of the government. Consequently, and in the wake of successive natural disasters, the government has now found itself incapable of enforcing laws and controlling basic state institutions. In the resulting power vacuum, gangs have now taken control over much of the country. Violent crime and corruption are now a part of everyday life. Elections were disbanded following the assassination of the president in 2021, and 40% of the population now face starvation. Haiti's enduring poverty and hardship cannot be ascribed to a single factor such as geography, foreign exploitation, or its authoritarian rulers. It is, in fact, the devastating synergy of these elements that have shaped the nation's fate. The people of Haiti have not only been trailblazers in history, but have also suffered its harshest consequences. Yet the narrative of Haiti is a powerful testament to the indomitable spirit of its people and their unwavering pursuit of self-determination. They have stood up against the might of the world's most formidable colonial powers and defied the oppression of their own despotic leaders. It is the fervent hope of all who bear witness to their struggles that one day, in the not-too-distant future, the people of Haiti will obtain the freedom they have sought for over 2 centuries.
Alright, I'm still hearing this shit. So check this out, man. That Haiti, man. That Haiti in a nutshell, man. Christopher Columbus started that shit when he came across that motherfucker looking for Asia. He found goddamn the Caribbean island, and he started everything. He went to Africa, goddamn brought slaves over that bitch, got that shit, got punked out, sold it to the French, and he passed the baton to the French. The French goddamn took over that shit. United States got a piece of it. Everybody got a piece of it. They rebelled. They left them on their own. Didn't nobody want to mess with them because they was scared we were going to rebel over here. like we need to do. But anyway, let's do it one more time. Let me let's go to our sponsor right quick. One time for the sponsor.
Visit Steely's Grill. Located on 4271 Iron Hill Road, Deering, Georgia 30808. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Call 706-361-1726 and ask about their daily specials.
Steely's Grill, home-style country cooking at its best. Good job, A1.
Thanks. Maybe I can start the next one.
Hold your horses, dude.
All right, man. We finna get on up out of here right quick, cause I got some shit to motherfucking do. And I'm hungry as a mother. So man, yeah, man, Christopher Columbus started all this shit. All this shit. And I'm about tired of seeing the French everywhere, man. I'm about tired of them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna tell no lie. I'm about tired of them. And just for one more time for YouTube, I know how they be tripping, man. YouTube be tripping like, they be tripping like hell, man. I'm gonna drop this one more time. I did it in the beginning. I'm gonna do it at the end, just like I had to tell them on my video. One more time.
This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only.
The information, views, and opinions are not to be taken as professional advice, as we are not trying to be in nobody's courtroom about some.
Now that's not even what it says.
What's the difference?
Hituko, you knew he was gonna do it. Why did you even let him on this?
Woo, nigga, that. But I'm out, man. Holla at y'all, man. I am Kituko ST Hende. Excellent podcast. Hey, don't forget to like the video. Share the video if you want to. You ain't got to. You don't want to already. But subscribe if you're new here, man. We're trying to go to 2,000 subscribers, man. Keep it real in the field, man. Keep it real every chance you get. We out of here, man. Y'all take it easy.